I went on No Jumper and I spoke about it because he asked me about it. They brought it up, I didn't. And I wanted people to see, like, this is the type of shit that's going on in the shadows out here. I don't move in the shadows.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm Dijon Paul from A Day in LA magazine, and you're watching the LIQ podcast.
You are now tuned into the LIQ podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into the LIQ podcast. You know the deal, you know the vibes. You know what it is. Ooh, we're here today. You know what I'm saying? We got the Pack Boys in the building. Blowing it out. We had to put it on pause real quick. I'll get second hand, Pop. You feel me? One time. Hey, listen. Real quick, preliminaries. First of all, I just want to say what's up to everybody. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining us again. You know what I mean? Quick preliminaries. It really helps out when you guys, like, comment, subscribe. So let's hit the subscribe real quick just to get the visual representation. Make sure you guys subscribe. It really helps us. We're trying to get this channel to where, like, we're able to monetize it. So everything helps. Everybody watches, but not everybody take the time to, like, hit that button. That button's the hard one, right? Trying to get, like, yo, just click the button. You feel me? If you guys believe in the vision, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with us. If you guys want to call in and be a part of the show, do me a favor. Hit the hotline 626-209-9402. You can ask us completely anything. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this podcast. I was talking to the homie today. He's like, yo, like the Talk to Me Nice segment is fire. Cause it's like the FUBU of podcasting. You feel me? It's for us, by us. You feel me? This is the people's podcast. If you guys don't call in, we don't really build the bridge between the influencers and the audience. So thank you guys who have called in. Make sure you guys call in, and you can call at any time, any hour. When nobody else wants to answer the drunk calls, we're here for you. You feel me? We coming home late on it. Instead of hopping on live, lit a Jack in the Box, you know what I'm saying? Call the hotline. Give us some love real quick. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Let's get into this. This week's musical guest is K. Johns. He's from the city of South Central LA. He got a tape dropping on the 2nd. Make sure you guys tune in and look out for that. Follow him on the gram. You know the deal, you know the vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, help me give a big hand for K. Johns. Let's go.
They know I'm different, that's why everybody rooting for me. The baddest bitches, they keep throwing all they coochie on me. Yeah, I'm the flyest nigga here, but I ain't Lucci, homie. I can't get nothing from a bitch, ain't tryna do it for me. I don't want nothing from a nigga, you is not my homie. Quit staring at this watch, this is not my rollie. We just took it from a nigga, yeah, we got your trophy. Just because I'm taking pictures on the gram and you don't even know me. Told her put this blicky in her bag, just told her to throw me. I'm a pop star without the band, we rockin' and rollin'. Pull up driving something fast, be out in the moment. Niggas really ops on the low, I do not condone them. Any nigga with you pocket watching is not your homie. Niggas pop it like they real, but I heard they phony. On my ground for hell alone, yeah, I feel like Tony. Finna set this bitch off, damn, I feel like Stoney. Riding with this blow, yeah, I'm so fly, they don't think it's on me. You don't even know me, I got little homies wearing rollies, sliding in this bin, driving stupid, yeah, they think it's stolen. I'm a trophy, I can't let nobody try to win me. Free my nigga Steve-O locked up trying to slide a hit me. I ain't even friendly to these bitches, I ain't got it in me. I be toting semis for these niggas if they tryna get me. I'm a cool nigga, but I flip if somebody tell me. Been a rude nigga to these bitches cause I'm kinda picky. Call my little brother Ricky if it's getting tricky. Really living what I rap, I was made for it. I can't really show my face unless I'm paid for it. RT to a Benz, I'm tryna change for and split a 20 piece with my brody, I'm tryna make more. Big old diamonds all in my chains and make them 8 more. They keep wanting me to drop, I made them wait for it. You want Johns to spit a verse, you gotta pay for it. It's a band, maybe 2 the way the rate going. I'm a diamond in the trenches when it ain't snowing. If my time coming soon, I gotta pray for it. I ain't signed a deal, but we living like we play sports. In the field where I'm ballin' cause I hate courts. Free my niggas out themselves to the bank doors.
Into the LIQ podcast.
Once again, that was K. Johns from South Central. Appreciate you for pulling up today. You know what I mean? The vibes is heavy, going crazy. Listen, I feel like the past couple weeks, we've been running through LA. We had some pretty big names coming through here. You feel me? We had Storm DeBarge, you know Storm?
Right.
The dancer, you know what I mean? We had her pop up. Then we just got done last week. We had my man Watts, homie Quan.
Okay.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Today, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited. This dude has literally like disrupt the program. He did the new LA report card. He got a bunch of rappers upset, got a bunch of media people upset. He went to No Jumper and made them jump. You see it? you see it? I seen it. We're going to talk a little bit about it, go through the report card. I mean, I don't know if we're going to go all the way through it because I feel like you did your media run and kind of ran through it.
We can go through a couple.
Yeah, we'll go through a couple. You feel me? We're going to get through it. Ladies and gentlemen, help me give a big hand for Dejan Paul. Let's go. Yeah. John, what up?
I'm solid, man.
You coolin'?
I'm cooling. I've been on this press run for like the past 2 weeks. So.
2 weeks going crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out the merch real quick. That sweater's hard, bro.
Thank you. Dana Lay merch, Dan.LA is my site if you want one.
How has the actual merch been doing since everything's been going crazy?
The report card tees are going crazy, especially since I wore it on No Jumper. So something that I think that I'm appreciative of. At the same time, it's promo for the artist on the shirt. You get what I'm saying?
What made you fall in love with just like the media and music? Like,
it's my love. It's the love of my life. I've never done anything else. I don't know how to do anything else.
Word.
I just love West Coast rap and hip hop in general. I'm a hip hop enthusiast. I just always been a good writer. I just never really, until like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I never really applied it to the music. So I was a manager first. But then one day I just decided to write a blog. And that was about 4 years ago. And so I just been in love with it ever since.
The goal is to get popping. The goal is to get seen. The goal is to do actually, well, not the main goal, but like the whole intention is to get people's heads to pay attention to what's going on, right? How has this positively benefited the magazine?
I mean, just more eyes and ears on it and people tapping in and just the opportunities, the deals I have on the table right now are looking good.
What kind of deals are on the table right now?
Label situations, shows.
Shows? What kind of shows?
Different projects. I can't speak too much on it, but different projects. The one thing I can't talk about is Baron Davis had me pull up and he wants to do a report card show with me. So just about not just music, but anything. So
yeah, just great. You know what's crazy is that when you was on No Jumper, bro, he pulled out the calculator. He had a thing guarding a test. You really that dude to punch the numbers, if anything.
Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate that.
So, hey, in school, you were pretty like, you were part of the smart class?
Not the smart class, but I was always like, I had to be the smartest person in class. I didn't like not doing well in school.
Yeah.
I always had A's. And
you wasn't skipping or nothing?
Maybe like my senior year in high school, I start.
But for the most part, you showing up.
Absolutely. I like school. I like reading. I like all that stuff. But I was also the school newspaper editor.
Oh, for real?
Right.
I heard you went to school with a few of these rappers that were actually on the list.
A couple of them, yeah.
Yeah. So what high school did you go to?
I went to Inglewood High.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Born and raised in Inglewood?
Absolutely. Born in Inglewood, Cincinnati Hospital. Yeah. Every school I ever went to was in Inglewood.
You also mentioned that like there's people out here that are like trying to blackball you, right? Trying to like close doors that are opening for you or not even let them open before they do open for you. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, what I have to say about that is the devil meant it for bad, but God meant it for good.
Yeah.
Every trap somebody sets for me, they gonna fall in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm just ordained and blessed and anointed, and I have a praying grandmother and people that love me. So I can't really feed into what people try to do against me because, like I said, it won't prevail. And I went on No Jumper and I spoke about it because he asked me about it. They brought it up. I didn't. And I wanted people to see, like, this is the type of shit that's going on in the shadows out here. Yeah. I don't move in the shadows. Yeah. You know, I move out front, in front of the people. I could have said all the stuff I said on this report card behind people's backs and whispers and stuff. Oh, you know this person can't rap. You know this person don't drop music videos, this, that, and the third. But I put it out in the public because that's the type of person I am. I stand on what I say. I don't really do the shadow moving. It's too murky for me. Yeah,
I'm a big believer of playing with your cards on the table. Because when you play with your cards on the table, I mean, there ain't much hiding involved. There's people that play with their cards up, even people that are close to me, and I'm like, I got to separate myself. You playing with your cards up. Like,
well, just play fair. You never win when you play dirty.
Yeah.
Man, remember that. because people out here playing dirty.
Word. Yeah, and I think it's interesting that you brought it up too, because I mean, myself, I'm in the whole media lane coming up. Once it starts, like, I just hope I don't ever have to deal with the politics of it. And with you talking about what you're talking about and me doing what I'm doing, that was like dumb interesting. I'm like, yo, like, it's crazy because you don't think about that.
Right.
That because there's a lot of people that will watch, right? Like the quote unquote like gatekeepers or whatever it is. They won't say nothing. They won't reach out. They won't do that stuff, but they'll just make sure things happen in behind the scenes. Like,
Right. Well, with my experience, I never got contacted when I was doing things right.
Yeah.
So if I'm interviewing Mary J. Blige and I'm putting out magazine covers and I'm putting out other viral posts and I don't hear anything from you, but the one time I do something that you don't like, you call me, you get my number, you call me, that lets me know, like, okay, you're on hater time.
Yeah.
Why am I only hearing from you when you think I'm fucking up? Why am I not hearing from you when I'm doing well?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do I never hear from you, get a like, retweet, nothing when I'm doing well? And I do well often.
Yeah. And that I feel like that's the crazy part too, just with the world in general.
Right.
You feel me? Like, people love crime. People will sit there and just watch somebody get killed and trip out on it.
Right.
But when somebody's saving the day, it's like, oh yeah, like, good looking out, bro. Like, you get me? This is the world we live in today.
That's true.
That's kind of crazy. Like, but I think it's tight. Like, in a platform like that you went on, you were really like an underdog. You feel me? Like, I was really championing you. Watching the show, I was like, oh shit, he got him off edge. And you remain calm, you remain cool, all that good stuff. But like, did you feel any politics of just walking in the room? Because they were saying like some of them people there just didn't even fuck with you when you went in. You get me? Like, these are other media outlets that should be supporting each other is kind of what I'm saying. And when you're coming up, everybody's like, yo, like the first question they asked you was like about your character.
Right.
You get me? And I'm just like, okay, where's this shit going? You get me?
Yeah. I look at that. It was a great opportunity. I'm looking at it in a positive way. It was a blessing to just be able to promote my brand. I wore a LA Rap Report Card shirt. I plug my podcast. They're still talking about me on No Jumper. So yesterday,
Seen
Adam, said some things about me.
Yeah, but why did I feel like he's trying to downplay you though?
He can
You
do
feel
whatever
me?
he wants to.
No, but like watching the clip, I'm just gonna give you my opinion of it, right? Like, he mentioned everything about the report card and then said like, well, what does it say? I didn't even see it. Like, bro, you looked at the report card.
Right.
Don't act like you didn't see it, number one.
Everybody saw it.
Everybody's seen the report card. The dude was on your show. You're talking about it for 3 days.
Right.
You looked at the piece of paper.
Absolutely.
You get me? Number
talked
one.
about my new one today. I dropped a new one yesterday.
Yeah.
When they talked about it today on the show. So it's love. It's promotion. I'm not looking at it in a negative way. They can say whatever they want to.
What are the things that are actually bothering people? You get me? Like, is it the magazine going out? Is it just what you're saying about rappers? Like, did you do an event? You get me? Like,
I do all those things, but again, it's just me being unorthodox. So with Gina, as she said when she interrupted my workshop that I did that week, I did one this morning again. She was telling me in an aggressive manner that out here, that's not how we do media. So she was checking me in my workshop. She was, or attempting to, telling me out here, we tell artists what we like. We don't tell them what we don't like.
But she went into class and interrupted and was like, yo.
And she wasn't the only one. Like we discussed on
Yeah.
And we're over it. She apologized on camera. I took her apology. But yeah, she did interrupt with, my mom told me if you don't have nothing to say, something nice to say, don't say it. And that's just not journalism to me. That's being a media personality. So we just have different routes. There's Republican, Democrat, there's Trump, there's Biden. There's just different ways to do things. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. And so with them asking you about your character, they just went on to a whole other question. But what do you say to people that kind of have a bad taste in their mouth about you? Pause. You get me? Like, about your character.
One, I don't care. I didn't go on that show to defend my character. I went on that show to talk about the report card, talk about music. My name is not on the report card in terms of the artist. And the report card's right here. My name's not here. We should be talking about this and the lyricism, the cadence, the flow, the stuff that actually helps LA rap. Again, just like my workshop, the No Jumper in the workshop was very similar. We barely got to talk about the music. It was really just about me. It was about everybody gang up and talk about what they don't like about the genre. And I can't say that's not the first time I've been in that situation, because I remember when I was in 6th grade, probably, my teacher hated me. Her name was Miss Jackson. She hated me.
Yeah.
And so after lunch, I remember she used to let the students, she used to bring everybody in class, and she used to stop class, and she used to let the students go around one by one, and she would say, everybody tell Dejan what you don't like about him. And they would go and they would have all this.
Real?
Yes, they would have all this stuff to say. So it was just like reliving that. So I'm used to it. I have tough skin. People always, I always rub people the wrong way. It is what it is.
I have this thing where like when I talk, when it gets serious, like moments I should be tight and upset, I laugh.
Okay.
You get me? And man, it bothers people.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing that I'm like, all right, like, yeah, all right, cool. I do this laughing thing and I literally try to stop it. Like people tell me about it all the time. They be trying to have a serious convo and I'm just like, yo, it's just something I do. Like my bad. For me, that's the one thing I do and I know that about myself that rubs people the wrong way.
Right.
To family members, friends, it don't matter. Like my laugh bothers people. You get me? And I just be like, yo, like my fault. It's that.
I think
you get me? They got a problem with the and I'm like, yo, cool out.
I think it's my honesty, or maybe it's my vocabulary, or I don't know what it is. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm not trying to offend anybody. I know my heart. I know my character. So I wasn't going on there to defend my character at all. I care less what somebody thinks about my character. How do you feel about LA rap?
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. And what's tight though is that it just seeing your temperament on the show, even through like the other interviews I like was going through, like you're a super calm and chill. I could see if you were an aggressive person,
right? That's
different. Like you get me, like you're cool, calm, and collected. Like I'm trying to see what you look like active. You get me, like for real.
It doesn't take a lot to get me there, to be honest. But I'm at work. You know what I mean? This is not emotional for me. This is work. Everybody been coming to me with their feelings. I'm a journalist. I'm not a therapist. I don't care about people's feelings. You know what I mean? I'm here to talk about work. Like Mustard said when he came in the workshop after Gina, was that we can't focus on the emotions. I can't care about the emotions of another man. Then in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, we'll still be in last place when it comes to LA rap. You want to talk about emotions? Talk about how I felt when my mixtape's posted California ranks last when it comes to rap music, behind Florida, Chicago, Detroit, Memphis, and Atlanta. That hurts. If you want to talk about emotion, I'm embarrassed by that. I have a platform called A Day in LA, and we're in last place. You get what I'm saying? This is the West Coast. Yeah. So if you want to talk about emotion, let's talk about emotion then. But I don't want to talk about emotion. I want to talk about the solution. And I feel like people kind of want to steer it more towards a personal thing with me.
I think I feel the same way. Like when it comes to, for me, it's about content, right? It's about putting stuff out at a fast rate, dropping it consistently, being in a face with it, having something for the people to like. You're building a platform. And so if you don't like, and for every artist that don't understand this, you yourself are the platform. So if you don't give the people 20, 30 minutes to get lost in you on YouTube, it's like, I have so many rappers trying to hit me up to get interviewed, and they got like one video 2 years ago. And I'm like, bro, like.
That's LA for you. It's artists that will go a whole year without dropping a song or anything, and with a straight face look you in the eye and be like, I want an A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just LA. And again, it's not just rappers. That's every lane of work out here. People be shitty at their jobs.
I literally had so we have the Treehouse performances and stuff like that, right?
Right.
I had an artist that we offered to do the Treehouse performance, and he's like, "No, I'll do an interview. I won't do the performance." And I'm like, "You're an artist, though. Like, that's like your platform. That's where you're supposed to get off." You get me?
I had when I do my freshman covers, one every year. 4 artists don't show up.
Yeah.
And then last year we had artists that just walked off the set, didn't do the cypher. So it's just like, that's just LA artists. I see why we're in last place. It's not just the artists, it's other things, and I talk about them.
But it's not just LA either. It's artists in general.
Artists in general have temperaments, but I'm willing to bet that our artists
move different.
Just a little harder to work with. But that's why I did the What's Wrong with LA Rap post on Instagram and Twitter. And I do the 21 Tips for LA Rappers workshop, which is the IG Live workshop. And I'm trying to do it in person soon. And I do earlier this year, even in January, I did what I want to see more of in 2022, which was a post.
What are some of those things that you want to see in 2022?
Oh, man, I want to see better rollouts. I want to see more G-Funk.
What's a good rollout?
A good rollout.
Is it like internet beef? That's good rollout?
No. It doesn't have to be a gimmick. It just has to be you.
What's like a good rollout example we can like attach to? Like you
example
seen
of a
like, yo,
rollout.
that was crazy. Like,
When Blast dropped, he did the pop-up shop at Delamo Mall. And then he did like when they did the 6 tape 2, they did the car wash. If you remember that, they did a car wash. It's just a plethora of things. It's endless. It can't even just be me verbatim. It has to be what you apply your brain to. I want people to come up with things I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
As far as promoting music, the possibilities are endless. I did a report card and ended up on No Jumper.
Yeah.
So if you're a rapper, and I spent $0 making this didn't cost me money to make this. You know what I'm saying? So it's no excuses as artists. Like, I don't have the budget to do a rollout. I didn't have a budget for this.
I had a brain.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And let's talk about the origin of the card. You said you got it from like an old school hip hop thing or something like that.
So Kool Mo D did it in the 90s, the late 90s, I believe. He did it by hand. He wrote it out. And somebody found it in a box a few weeks ago, I guess, and they posted it. And so I came across it and I was like, man, I got to do this for LA because this is going to bring structure and organization to LA. Artists are going to get to know where they're, in my opinion, where they're doing great at and where they need to work on. And the fans get to see it too, because then they get to see some of the things they need to be expected from artists like lyricism, cadence, flow, consistency, branding, originality, versatility, or whatnot. So to me, it was all about bringing structure and organization to the LA rap scene. It wasn't about anything negative, hurting anybody's feelings, or trying to stir up the pot, as they say. It was just about bettering the city musically.
It feels like LA is on a good run right now. You get me? Like, there's a lot of good noise happening in LA.
Right.
And I feel like this is just another good piece. There's a lot of people that are taking it negatively, but you're just that cousin in the corner that's just like, yo, yeah, it's hard, but get your shit together.
Right.
You get me? Yeah.
We can turn up because it's obviously it's not doing enough if we're in last place according to a nationwide survey.
Yeah.
Or if you look at last year, the only LA rapper to go gold was Blast with a Chosen, which is a big record. But I want 10 LA artists to go gold and platinum. I don't want just one LA artist to go gold last year. I want 10 or 20. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get the newcomers in line, and we have to make sure our bigger artists make sure they, glossing everything over, dotting their I's, crossing their T's and whatnot. So it just, again, if you take it negative, you take it negative. If you take it positive, you take it positive.
This, please, artists paying attention to this, listening to this, take this as a sign to tighten your belt. You feel me? Pick your pants up. You feel me? Get right. Do what you got to do. Lock in. There's a lot of artists that have turned it around and included what you're doing into their music.
Right.
But I say that because everything happening in LA right now, there's a lot of eyes. Take it how you want it.
Absolutely.
From this interview, right, to the report card, to the like. There's a lot of things going on, bro.
Absolutely.
And it's beautiful, bro. It really is. Like next week, I got King Thurs coming on.
Okay.
I got Thurs coming on, bro. And like, I just want to be able to speak for LA, bro.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get it off and just be that platform. Like, before I go anywhere else and start like dabbling with people from elsewhere, like, I think it's important to do it in chronological order with just LA.
Decent and in order. And in order. You got to start with the home team. If the house is not in order, you can't go out yet. You got to get the house in order, and the house is not in order yet.
Yeah. And what is it? I've heard like it's the hardest thing to get love from your own city.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's like biblical.
But that's not everywhere. That's just mostly, like, to me, it's really a out here thing. Like, we'll fuck with an artist or we'll fuck with a sound from somewhere else before we'll fuck with our own sound or our own artist. And it's just a mentality out here. We have a real crab in the barrel mentality in Los Angeles, and I just want to break that cycle, that stigma. I want us to show love to one another. We can correct one another, fix one another, but we gotta show love to one another too. That's why I do the freshman cover with new artists on there every year. That's why I do magazine covers. That's why I do most of the things I do. I make memes. I do whatever I can to show love. So the one time I critique, it shouldn't really be a problem because, like, I've been showing love for the past 4 years. Now let me tell you what I would like to see better.
Is this your first time going viral like that?
No, I've been viral a plethora of times. To be honest, this is the most impactful thing I've done. I think this is the most meaningful thing I've done. But I've gone viral quite a few times. I've gone viral for spats with Adam on the timeline. that's made major blogs.
Hey, he said, but it's the thing. He said, I've only tweeted him like once. I don't even know who the guy is. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the cap I'm talking about. He gave a lot of information about you and then act like he didn't know you.
And that's fine. And, you know, however he wants to do things, that's how he does things. He's the boss over there. And that's what I was trying to communicate to the people that was interviewing me. He's the boss over there. So how he does things is how he does things. Yeah. They would never, especially on camera, on a public forum, tell him how to run his business.
Yeah.
You get me? So I didn't appreciate them trying to tell me how to run my business. I want the same respect that they give Adam.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because the platform is a platform, big or small. This is my ship. You're behind the wheel.
Right. Yeah. So it's like,
if you're not going to drive the car, sit in the back.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't take corporate consulting from employees. Yeah. And I meant that. I want
But he threw him off. I feel like that's the ego. I don't know if he reached down for something, but it looked like he was like trying to like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he reached down in the bag, said he was gonna do something. Like,
well, I mean, he could have did it. We could talk till we blew in the face. Nothing transpired.
Yeah.
So I was in an interview. I was getting interviewed. I'm getting interviewed now. I feel comfortable. Everybody's treating me with respect. Showing me respect as a man. So that's how it should be across the board. But like I said, I don't want to look at it in a negative way. It was promotion. That's what I'll say about it. When people have been asking me about it, I've been saying it's just been promotion.
So what's the plan now to sustain the buzz, sustain the wave, sustain the attention you got? How are we going to use this marketing wise? Because there's people on the internet calling you a marketing genius. You get me? They're like, oh, you're a marketing genius. I seen that post you posted today. And there's actual people that think you just like dumbass. Like people are just mad at you. Like the fuck he talking about? Who makes him valid? And like you're gonna get all that stuff. Right. But my question is, how do you yourself plan to sustain it? Because life comes in waves. It comes in seasons. You're up. You're down. What's the plan right now to sustain?
Like I said, I've gone viral many times before. I've had many posts reach 1 million impressions on Twitter. That's not my first post to reach 1 million impressions. Actually, I muted this post, so I feel like if I hadn't muted and I was interacting with it, it would have did even bigger. But I know my temper, so I muted it as soon as I posted it because I knew, like, you're gonna be on here cursing people out. Stop. So,
but you knew when you put it out, it was gonna make noise.
Anything I do on Twitter bothers people. If you really follow my Twitter, like even I've done a cookout meme with a lot of different people from LA, different rappers and business owners and stuff that had the whole country upset because they were like, who are these people? It's like, you're not from LA, so you're not gonna know who these people are. So that did like a couple million impressions. I did
but Twitter is where it all goes down for you.
Twitter is like my main hub. When I wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, I get on Twitter because that's where I find new artists. That's where I find new brands. That's where I find the clothes I want to wear, stuff like that. Get ideas from. So I'm big on Twitter. But I go viral on Twitter all the time. So I'm not necessarily thinking about sustaining this momentum. What I'm thinking about is using it to leverage lucrative deals for my business, put my business in place. So I have the Day in LA podcast coming back next week. All right. And then, like I said, I have the magazine, the February issue coming. Yeah. And
hey, low key though, I saw your podcast. You guys got mics on the table, but none of them plugged in.
Right. Yes.
So I was like, yo, I gotta talk to dude about that. Like, what's up?
Well, we have. I don't want wires going across the table.
Yeah, we got wireless. I'll put you on. I got you.
I appreciate that. But now we do have somebody with a mic in the room. But it's just not on camera. They're prop mics. But we do have a new set coming. We designed a whole new set. So I'm excited for you guys to see that when we come back next week.
And then on the show, you guys kind of cover like the same stuff: hip hop, music, LA debate, and LA rap. You guys are just in that lane.
Yeah, me and my homegirls. My homegirls love LA rap too, and that's who I smoke with and drink with and chill. We was doing it yesterday. Talk music. That's what we do all the time on our personal time, in the group chat, on the phone, when we come over each other's houses. So we started doing the podcast in 2020, and we're back.
Fire. How long was your gap?
My gap just now was from we filmed Christmas week. And that was our last episode. So it's just been this first few weeks of January, just trying to reset, obviously, and get away some time. Then mothers and people too, so they needed time. But We back. We took a month break.
Yeah, for me, bro, before, like, I'm like deeper in it. I'm in full stride now, but I took a whole year off just to get things right here.
Right.
You feel me? I feel like just keeping up with the rat race of content isn't as important as getting everything ready to push and getting ready to go. You feel me?
Right, absolutely. It's a beautiful struggle. You know, everything's not easy. I make mistakes. I have shortcomings, just like anybody else. But I swing my hardest. You get me? I'm aggressive with it, and everything I do, not just the podcast and the magazine, the blog, the memes, the merch. I just apply myself, and you can see that in it. I believe you can see I put my heart into
the passion into it. Yeah. All right. What's the vision, bro?
What's the vision?
What's the vision? What's the goal? What's the what's the target? You get me? Why are we doing this? Why do you care about LA rap? Why do you know what I'm saying? Why do you wake up in the morning and go to Twitter to like debate with people? You get me? Like, what's the vision?
The vision is to bring structure and organization to LA rap, and I believe that because of this post and the viral awareness of it, I'll be able to bring infrastructure. So the only thing that was missing was the big budget, the big bag. So I can bring structure, but to bring infrastructure, you need the bag.
Yeah.
So I feel like the deal's on the table now. Because of this report card, check the last thing off. So this year, next year, you'll
that's crazy.
See some infrastructure coming.
Yeah, that's crazy. You said that. That's where I'm at right now.
Right.
Everything is here. I just need the bag behind this, and we gone. We out of here. Like, yeah.
Like I said on the No Jumper interview, that's Chess Records. This is gonna be Motown.
Yeah.
I want to show people that a black man can do something positive for his city. Get me what I'm saying? Like, I want to do something positive.
Would you not showcase any Latin artists? Because I didn't see any Latin artists on your Spanish artists and nothing like that. Because there's like heavy artists right now that are in LA going crazy.
You have I have mad respect for a lot of Hispanic artists out here. The only issue with it is I can't get past the usage of the N-word sometimes.
Word.
So in order for me to listen to the music, I have to be able to listen to it. So if I'm listening to a rapper say the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, the N-word, I can't give it my best critique. Yeah. So what I've been thinking about doing is hiring maybe a Hispanic writer to come in and critique that music specifically, because I can't get past the uses of the N-word. Maybe that's one of my shortcomings.
By Hispanics.
I can't. Not on wax. To me, I just, as a listener, as just a fan listening to my car, I can't, like Jeezy, he can rap his ass off. Yeah. But if I'm in my car and he's saying N-word, 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 I'm going to just skip to the next song. Yeah. I'm not going to set nothing on fire or pull my hair, teeth out.
You're not tripping on it, but it's not your cup of tea.
I'd rather not hear it. That's just my preference. I'd rather Hispanic rappers not use that word in order for me to enjoy the music. Because if you take that word out, I'm going to enjoy it. A lot of them are good. Money, Sign, Sway.
Yeah,
a lot of them are great, but it's just that one word.
Yeah, I think one of the rappers that tripped me out, I rock with his music. The homie engineers for him is Stupid Young.
Okay,
yeah. I was like watching one of his videos. He literally says it like every other bar, and I'm just like, yo, that's crazy for Mexicans. I mean, but he grew up around that. You feel me?
I understand it. Like if
that's the lingo on the set. Like
I understand it. It's just when it comes to the music. As a listener, take away the journalist. Say I don't have a magazine, I don't have a blog. I'm just a listener in my car listening to music.
Music is a listening experience.
Right. If I hear it, I'm going to skip to the next song. So I can't possibly critique it or give you a grade on a report card if I'm not listening.
But if somebody from like a black dude is just saying it every other word, you're okay to listen to it?
Absolutely, because I'm black and I use that word often. I use a nigga word all the time, but that's my black experience. And I don't mean it to be controversial or offensive or anything, because I understand people use it. And grown men going to say what they want to say. But it's just, as a fan, again, goes back to being a rap fan. As a fan, I wish they wouldn't use it so that I could enjoy the music. Yeah. And it's going to be plenty of people that will listen to it, but I'm not the only person that won't listen to it because they use the word. So that's why I don't understand why they couldn't just ease up on using the word to gain even more fans. It's the same thing. I put it like this. It's the same thing when you have blood rappers that put out music and they're dissing other gangs in the music. I can't ride around in my car and listen to that because I don't want that sounds coming out of my car, and I don't want to even hear that. I'm not affiliate. So you alienate fans with certain words and certain languages. You get what I'm saying? And if you want me to be a fan, if you want my streams, you can't be using that word if you're not black.
At some point in the future, you plan to have somebody specifically to listen to that music and grade it.
Has an ear for it, that knows the lyrics, that loves it, and that can really enjoy it, because I want an honest critique on it.
Have you heard of Rosecrans Vic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know, bro.
Yeah, he's like one of the dudes, like he's literally in the hub of that. You get me?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's one dude, like you guys will be able to just like do something crazy because
Right.
like he's literally the face of the Hispanics in hip hop right
absolutely.
now.
And
in LA, and as far as LA is concerned, the camp that he's with, the artists he's around, what they're doing, they're making a lot of noise in LA. You get me?
Right.
So I feel like if anything, and I understand because like you said this is like Motown. You feel me? So
Right.
I understand your list and all that, but I feel like there's a lot of people within the Hispanic lane of LA that should have kind of made that list over some other people on there. You get me?
Well, it's a matter of preference.
Yeah.
You get me what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't grade somebody if I don't listen to the music.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That it wouldn't make sense. So it's just for me, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's just a no for me right now.
Or all right. Anything else you want to say before we go on to the next segment?
Let me just say, make sure you tap in with the Dan Lay podcast next
Yeah.
week. Tap in for merch and tap in for the LA Report Card tees. You get
Yeah.
a hard copy with it. The NFT is coming any day now. So make sure you
Word.
tap in.
And yo, check this out. Before we move on real quick to the next segment, let's go over a grade real quick.
Okay, who do you want to do? Whoever you
I want to do Asia because I seen her. We have her coming up on the show pretty soon. So like, I want to be able to. That's one thing. Like, because I'm gonna be able to have a conversation with her. You get me? I was actually gonna ask her about this.
Right.
You
She
get me?
commented on the post today. She commented on the post.
Oh, for real? What'd she
today.
say?
Somebody said like she didn't deserve an F, and she replied like with some 100 emojis. And I understand her.
Yeah.
Nobody feels like they deserve an F. I understand. But so what I will say about just a pretense or precedent, on the original report card that Kumo D did, he graded Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown. Multi-platinum, Billboard chart-topping rappers, stars, icons, legends. They got B's. So if Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, who have classic bodies of work, timeless classic bodies of work, gets a B with the same assessment, how could you expect someone, a female rapper from LA on the underground scene, to get an A or a B with the same assessment? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like you're with even some of the stuff I heard when you're bringing up the Snoop Dogg comparison to this. I feel like we just need to just like push that to the side and talk about where we're at right now. You get me?
I
Like,
don't want to handicap them.
Yeah.
That to me, that's having the bumpers up when you're bowling or training wheels on a bike.
Because like for school is like, let's say just regular school, right? They're not grading you based upon 20 years ago and how that was graded. They're grading you for what you're doing in their class.
And I'm not grading them based on what happened 20 years ago. I'm giving them the same assessment. You get what I'm saying? It's an assessment. This is a test. These are the categories.
But the internet's around now, so you don't think the assessment is like different now?
Yeah, that's why I put branding on the original one. Kumo D, there's no branding because that wasn't a big focus point in the 90s. But I added branding. I added consistency because now back then you only dropped the album every 2 years. Now
people had to go find it. Yeah.
So I modified the assessment, but it's still pretty much the same assessment. People have larynxes and surfactant in their lungs. They get before a mic and they rap, just like Snoop Dogg did, just like Biggie did. You're able to make the same classic body of work as these icons did. I expect it from you too. I'm not going to handicap. I don't do the whole training wheels thing. I'm not into that.
I'm around a lot of artists myself, and a lot of them have like label situations and deals, and a lot of things happen when the bigger people get involved.
Absolutely.
So there's things on here with these artists that we don't even know about. Like their hands are shackled.
Absolutely.
To a sense, you get me?
For example, we had Jason Cash. He spoke up in a workshop. So he invited me up to Atlantic Records a couple months ago. Played me his whole album, fire, big features, like household name features on it. One of the best albums I've heard in a long time. But he only had 3 songs out on DSPs. So I can't grade you based off what I heard in the studio. I have to grade you on what's out. So I understand stipulations and stuff like that, but I'm a magazine editor, right? If you was to grade me on consistency in magazines and I go a whole year without putting out a magazine for whatever reason, my car breaks down, knock on wood, I go broke, I can't afford to print them up, family situation, whatever. You grading me on consistency. You're not gonna count.
We're grading you on what you turning in.
That's it. I can't do that. I can't go case by case. Oh, this person can't put out music. This person has a family situation. This person is sick. I can't go by that. I just have to go by what's out.
Word. All right, so let's go over Asia's real quick.
Right. So in lyricism, Miss Asia got a 5 to me. Her lyrics aren't that prolific, but
in lyricism, though, you're looking for something prolific. That's the bar. Like you need something to change like your. Like positively, like what's prolific? Like
I need something substantial. I need something that hits here. I'm looking for. It's just the wording. I want to pull up the lyrics. Not even here. I want to pull up the lyrics and C, dope lyrics. And from her, I don't necessarily get that.
Word.
When Impact, I get a 6. You know, she's not necessarily in the top 10 hottest artists in LA right now. So the impact is low. Cadence is a 5. That means her voice cadence and flow different or differ. Whereas cadence is just the voice, flow is what you do with the voice. So her voice is cool, so a 5. Her flow is cool, it's a 5. Catalog is a 4 because there's no classic body of work. Consistency is a 6. She's, you know, sometimes she just be ducked off. Her presence isn't necessarily there all the time. Music videos is a 5. I haven't seen any like super iconic visuals or nothing like that. Nothing that shook up. Me selection is a 3. I want her to tap in with one producer, make a whole project, especially female rappers. I feel like they need executive producers. We had Missy and Timbaland, Lil Kim, Puffy, Foxy Brown.
She just dropped with Just Incredible.
Right, they did a mixtape.
Yeah, they were on a tape with Just Incredible.
From the LA
she has a song with Ty Dolla $ign, and then she has some stuff with DJ Charisma. So is that like, does that count, or because it's not her body of work? Are you holding that against her?
Like body of work. You talk about YG, you say My Crazy Life. You say Kendrick Lamar, you say Good Kid, Mad City. Those are classic bodies of work. That's why they have higher grades because they have classic bodies of work out. So if you've been rapping for years and you don't have a classic body of work, there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you want to do. But when I get to catalog, the score is going to be low. The score only goes up if there's
but catalog for me personally is like when you go do a show, how many songs can you do? You get me? Like that's the catalog.
I can have
like,
100 songs on my hard drive right now and get booked to do a show and perform 100 songs.
Yeah.
But have I put out a masterpiece catalog? Get what I'm saying?
Classic,
have I put out a masterpiece? And a lot of artists out here haven't put out masterpiece yet, and I hope they do. That's one thing. I hope everybody that's an F, D, C, B is an A one day. Yeah. And this, in my opinion, if you pay attention to this, will help you get to that.
Do you actually listen to her music though? Are you a fan of her music?
Absolutely. I reached out to her to do a magazine cover, and she said yes. So that's why when I put the report card out, I really did it. I really didn't want to do it because I'm like, damn, she's not gonna do the cover now. But I have to be honest, that just shows you how non-biased I am. I had a upcoming shoot with her, and I did this cover.
Yeah.
So, but where were we at? We're almost done. We're at Brandon is a 6. I mean, I don't know the name of her label. She doesn't have her own label. She doesn't have her own clothing line like Crenshaw or 400 or Peas and Carrots. That's what I mean by branding. People that establish brands outside of them just rapping so that their fans could integrate with that. And that's how you get new fans too. So branding was... So
branding isn't like internet presence or nothing like that?
That factors in as well.
So like, because I feel like with her, as opposed to like some of these other names I'm not really too sure about, like I feel like LA Radio has taken like, taken her under their wing.
There's no merch brand. There's no imprint or vanity label or our own production company. There's no camp or crew with other characters around you, interesting characters around you. There's a plethora of ways to brand yourself. You know what I mean? She doesn't have a vlog series that people know about. I can go on all day about branded stuff.
Got you. All right. Originality gave her a 10.
10. Showing love. Nobody else sounds like her. It's coming like her out the city as far as being a female rapper. She doesn't sound like the other female rappers in the city. So she gets a 10 in originality. I love that about her. That's why I reached out to her to do a cover, because I feel like with my creative direction, the photo shoot will go crazy because she is an original character and she needs to be put on a bigger platform, or just even her posting on her Instagram a magazine cover the way I had it envisioned would have been great content for her fans, even if just for that week. Even if her fans just enjoyed the shoot for that week, it'd have been dope.
Fire. And she ended up with a 52. Who's the lowest person on here? You got 38. 38's the lowest.
Where's the 38?
That's the worst thing. When you used to get your report card, you're like, hey, what'd you get? All right, I didn't get that.
Right.
Ash Bash got a 38. What's up with Ash Bash? I don't even know who Ash Bash is, to be honest with you.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, Little Kim and Foxy Brown got a B.
Ash Bash is a girl?
She is a lady.
Oh, okay.
Right. So if Little Kim and Foxy Brown gets a B, and you don't even.
But why did? But if she's in that low of a grade, why even put her on the report card?
I was asked to put female rappers, and we don't have a plethora of them. Name one female rapper from LA that's gone platinum.
Yeah,
you can't. So I was asked by a female rapper on the list to specifically put female rappers on the list. So when I first made this and it was ready to go, it ended at Baby Stone Gorillas. There was no women rappers on it because, in my opinion, LA doesn't have a woman rap fan base or grounds for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just hasn't happened out here. So I didn't have any women rapper until this person asked me on Twitter to include women rappers. So I'm like, you sure?
Yeah.
Because, they don't move out here like that.
Yeah, everybody's saying right now that it's Rye that asked you.
It's who?
Rye.
No, well, see, it's Ray. And that goes to my...
I actually met her. I actually met her like one time.
Right, she's a dope, beautiful sister, a queen. And I hope that she continues to go hard. And I know that one day she will be an A because she has a dope heart and a great vision for herself. She just has to put out full bodies of project.
Yeah, but all the females, you just like, nah, they're not doing it.
They're not doing it enough. You know what I mean? Like I just said, she doesn't have a full body of workout. So once she puts projects out, then the grade will go higher. That's all it is. It's not personal or anything that deep.
It's just put the work in.
Put out a project. Put out some projects.
And then we can talk about it.
And then you'll be D, C, B, A. You get what I'm saying? It's all about elevation.
Fire. All right, let's get into the next segment. This segment is called Talk to Me Nice. It's brought to you by Earful, Earful562 on the gram. Make sure you follow them. Tune in, tap in. We're going to answer some phone calls, and then we'll get, just run through it real quick. Here we go. First phone call.
Dijon, what's the deal, bro? It's Scrap. I got one question for you, bro. How do I get my artist on your report card? Look them up. Mac Boys. At MACBOYG _. Let me know what we got to do to get your opinion so we can be on the next LA report card.
All right. How does my man get on the LA report card? How does any artist end up on the LA report card?
Well, one, I'll just say that I appreciate him tapping in. I'm definitely going to go. You got that right. I'm going to go look at that.
Yeah, you can watch the episode on YouTube.
Right. Look him up. Yeah. But so many artists, a plethora of people to reach out to me like, grade me, review me. And it's just like, you sure? I'm a tough critic, and I'm going to really tell you what I feel like you need to do.
Yeah.
And you can do with it what you want to do.
Yeah. But this is the thing, like, I feel like what you're doing is a good thing because it's non-biased and you're not doing it for for money. There's a lot of people out there that are streaming on Twitch or like, even though Jumper does it, like we'll listen to your music and rate it for you if you give us $100 or whatever.
Right.
You get me? Like with that in concern, like it puts basically people in this position where like you gotta respect it because you're not asking for bread.
Not to do this, no.
Yeah.
Not to do this at all. And
so what how do you feel about people that do that?
That do ask people to pay them to listen to their music?
Yeah, to play their music, to talk about the music, to rate their music. Because at the end of the day, they're just exploiting, right?
It's finicky. Like, have I charged people for ads in my magazine? Absolutely. That's how you keep a magazine on. But that's what magazines do. They sell ads. But as far as somebody paying me to listen to their music, I wouldn't do that. Just send it to me. And when I get time or when the ladies on my team get time, they'll hear it and they'll bring them like, hey, you need to fuck with this.
Yeah.
Or, hey, what so-and-so sent me wasn't it. And, that'll be what it is.
Fire. So put in the work, right? What's the quick answer for my man real quick? How does he get you to do it?
First, send it to adladijon@gmail.com. That's our submission email. And just be consistent. I'll find you. That's one thing I want to say to artists. I'll find you. If you're doing the right shit.
You do enough digging.
Right. Yeah. If you're doing your shit in LA, I'm going to find you. You don't necessarily have to come to me if you're doing your shit.
Don't call me. I'll call you.
Right.
Real shit. All right, next phone call. Let's get into it.
All right, so we grew up hella Christian, and all of this vaccination stuff, it's messing me up, you know? So I'm just wondering, as I'm smoking this blunt, do you think that getting the vaccination means you got the mark of the beast?
Oh man, is that my grandma? Is that my grandma calling? That sounds like my grandma.
Hold on. All right, if you get the vaccination, do you think that's the mark of the beast?
Nah, man. I mean, some people
are you vaccinated?
Religious. I am vaccinated.
Yeah, you got both.
The booster?
Yeah. No. Because like to get vaccinated, you got to do 2 rounds. 2
shots. Absolutely. And the first one was the worst, but the second one was whatever.
Word. And then you got the booster too?
No, I didn't get the booster.
Oh yeah, I haven't got the booster either.
Yeah, because I don't want to feel like how I felt when I got the first one. I couldn't move my arm.
That shit crazy.
It felt like I had the flu. Like it felt like they gave me the flu
for like a day. It felt like a crazy Charlie
days
horse
for
in
me.
my arm for like a full day.
A Charlie horse?
Yeah, it felt like somebody just banged my arm and I couldn't even lift it. Like it was crazy for one day though when we was out.
Right. No. So to answer her question, I mean, it's subjective. If you believe in that type of stuff, absolutely.
Did you see people that thought they was their arms were magnetized?
Magnetized?
They said they were like magnets were sticking to them. Did y'all see that?
Oh my God.
On the
that's
internet?
crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Like a spoon would attach to your arm.
Yeah, there was people on the same saying that they put in this chemical in you that like has stuff stick.
I've heard all kind of stuff. I've heard that it was dog DNA.
Yeah.
They're gonna turn you into dogs.
Remember the like maybe like your uncles or aunts or mom growing up or whatever. There was like an age where all these people I knew growing up had this little mark on their arm and it had like 3 dots on it.
Right.
You know what I'm
They
talking
had
about?
A certain shot back in the day. Right.
Yeah, like but everybody like in that age bracket and generation has that shit.
I don't remember the disease, but
It's
it was
like a
vaccination.
scar. Like it's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So like I feel like this is just our version of that.
Yeah, but if you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. You know, I believe in rights. I'm big on preference and opinion and whatever you want to do with your body, do with your body. Like when the Kyrie Irving shit happened, I hated that people was giving him a hard time because like that's his body.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody what to do with their body.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think it's the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Like until with this Elon Musk thing, they're saying that the phone that he's creating is like a Tesla phone. A Tesla phone that's going to be able to like read your brain. If you put a chip in your brain, your phone will be able to dial in with it.
That's going too far, man.
But I feel like once we get to that point, then it's the mark of the beast. You feel me?
I mean, it could have already happened. We don't know. It's just you just gotta live your life and enjoy it. We don't know what's going on as far as in.
You believe in the Bible and all that?
Absolutely. I'm very
so
spiritual.
like that's the thing. I feel like we're gonna have a choice. You know how they say like the Antichrist is going to be like this friendly person that everybody just loves and he's going to persuade a lot of people. That's what it says in the book, right?
Right.
I feel like we're going to have a choice. I'm just looking for who's extra friendly. Like, you feel me? Like, yo, who's too likable? Like Trump, I knew it wasn't Trump. Too many people hated him.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, that's spooky thinking, man.
Yeah.
You're smoking that weed.
Put the blunt down, baby girl. Go get your shots. All right, next phone call.
Okay, so my question is, do guys really care what girls post on social media? I just started dating, getting back out there, and I notice like anytime I meet guys, things are going good and the relationship seems to be going deeper, but as soon as they see my social media, which has more like provocative pictures and stuff, then they start just wanting sex. So I'm wondering, how do I get a guy to take me serious even though I post provocative things on the internet? I don't necessarily want to change my social media pictures. I mean, I'm not a nut. I'm not Amish.
All right. How do you get a guy to take you serious when you're posting provocative pictures on the net? You feel me?
Right. It's two sides to the spectrum on that. Both are extremes. One is you cannot give a fuck what a guy thinks about you and
but if you're trying to settle down and you're trying to find a guy,
right,
and every guy you go look to find is just trying to get it because of what you're posting, is it false advertisement? You feel me?
Nah, I mean it's just all about presentation. Like I said, it's two sides to the spectrum. On one hand, I would be like, my homegirl came to me with this problem, be like, one, don't give a fuck, do you, and whoever's meant to be in your life is gonna be in your life. And the other side is if you want to be more tactful with it is, watch how you present yourself. You know, carry yourself like a lady, present yourself a certain way. But I know that's offensive to say sometimes. You got to watch it, especially with women. So it's like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. And whoever God sends your way that you keep, that's what you keep. If not, it's just what it is. But you got to be yourself. But if you really want a nigga, you should probably, carry yourself like a lady on socials and at all times carry yourself like a lady. But you can do whatever you want to do. It's your body, your social media. I don't care.
I don't care. Have you ever had a problem with like girls on social media, like girls you was talking to, like, yo, you doing too much right now. Like you doing extra. Like
definitely with like, so Bree, she knows who she is. Bree.
Oh, Bree's the only name you gave out today. What's up?
She'll will me in. Like she came with me to No Jumper thing, and she'll will me in. There's a few times, I don't know if they showed it, but it's a few times where she spoke up, stood up, and was like, "We're gonna go. Like we're gonna wrap this up." She wills me in because I have temper. So remember when I told you I posted the report card?
Yeah.
I had to mute it because I already knew Bree. If I replied to anybody, Miss Bree was gonna. She works on my team as well. She's gonna be on it. So that's somebody who makes sure that I don't do too much on social media because I do have a temper.
No. But I'm saying like girls that you've dealt with as far as dating is concerned.
Right.
Like they putting out like they putting the titties out. You feel me? Like, yo, cool out. Like, you feel me? Because
you saying, have I ever liked some titty pictures I wasn't supposed to be liking? Is that what you're asking?
No. I'm saying, have you ever dated a girl that you was cool with? And then you see her Instagram and you're like, yo, cool out. Like, we're talking now. Like, have you ever tried to cool a girl out?
No, I'm a free spirit. So if a bitch want to post her titties, the bitch posting her titties.
But that's the thing. She don't want to be a bitch. She want to be a lady.
I mean, like a lady. But again, it's touchy with the woman stuff because if you tell them what to do, you're being like a chauvinist.
Yeah.
And then if they go all out, you can't even like have any conservative concerns. So that's why I said with the woman shit is just like, do whatever makes you happy. I'm gonna do whatever makes me happy.
Word. For me personally,
I'm not posting no shirtless pics though. I'm not posting no shirtless pics though.
For real? Hey, can you be with a girl who has OnlyFans?
No.
You would never date a girl or marry a girl that has OnlyFans?
No.
For real? You had to think about it.
No, I didn't.
Your eyes went up.
I mean, like, okay, are you gonna give me some of the money?
Yeah, if you splitting it. I know a dude.
What's a good split? Like a 60-40?
Nah, I mean
70-30?
It depends who's filming it.
80-20?
You know what I'm saying? How much of the work am I doing? You get me? Like,
I could make a logo or something.
Yeah.
Set a camera up.
I'll film it. That's crazy.
You take things a little far.
Nah, but my thing is this. I feel like females, as long as you guys are up front, you know what I'm saying? Communication is key in everything. You can wear whatever you want, be what you want, but like I feel like you should genuinely just verbalize that. Like, yo, if guys are pressing you
How
towards...
did she say that? How did she
like
tell
this,
you that?
right? Like this, right? So if you're going on a date with somebody and everybody always want to fuck, you just got to be like, yo, yeah, let's go out tonight. Let's chill out. If you get this all the time, you just be like, yo, just so you know, like, we're not fucking tonight. You feel me? Like, just throw it out there. And then you'll see how the dude changes. Like, if he's like, oh, well, I'm going to just holler at you later. Like, you know he was just trying to get it in. Like, I feel like you just need to be verbal with it. If you're having that same problem,
right,
verbalize that problem.
No, be a effective communicator, definitely. But I'm not a relationship expert, but I do know how to communicate. One thing about me, I know how to tell somebody, like, nah, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. For me, that's what I'm saying. Communication is key. I think that's one thing that us as humans and people, why I even got involved with podcasting. When I got involved with podcasting, I realized we don't know how to communicate. It's a skill. Like, there's people that talk that never listen to themselves. They just diarrhea of the mouth.
That's not talking.
That's not talking. Listen. But a majority of the people here, like for myself, right, with my family growing up, there was a script. I had a script. We just argued all the time. That was just the script in the house. I had to grow up and step away to be like, yo, like, we can talk. We can be cool. You get me? Yeah, it's those things. But communication is key. Make sure you guys communicate with that. All right, before we get out of here, we hit them with Dear Internet, right? This is Dear Internet. You face that camera right there. Boomtown. And this is your last message to everybody listening. Dear Internet. Started with Dear Internet.
Dear Internet, I'm John from A Day LA Magazine. Make sure you tap in with the LA Rap Report Card.
Oh, you got talking to Mike.
I just dropped a new one last night called the Golden Age Report Card. So make sure you tap in with them.
Yeah. Oh, real quick. Hey, why'd you drop AD's grade though?
I didn't.
He got a C then on it. When it came out, you gave him a D.
He got a 60-something on the show, and he got a 60-something on the new report card. I changed consistency, which is on the new LA report card, to stage presence for the Golden Age, because that's something I want to include it. And so they changed up his grade a little bit.
The stage presence,
60-something.
Yeah, but the stage presence will hurt him.
Obviously,
it took
a few points though. He got a 60-something on the show. He got a 60-something. Who cares?
I know they said because you were under pressure, you wanted to make it a little bit better. You didn't want to you feel me? Yeah, because you was covering your page and shit like that. He reached down like we didn't know what was under the table.
I was so frightened.
I
was so frightened.
All right, y'all. For more episodes like this, make sure you guys tune in, tap into the LIQ Podcast, LIQpodcast.com. We have merch available. We got a bunch of free stuff available. IG filters. You guys could also get in contact with Earful and Bolt Print Shop, proud sponsors of the show. I love you guys. Till next time, it's the LIQ Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, please. And we out of here. Peace. Hold up, bombs.